the demon summoning ritual that shatters world balance and unleashes a massive catastrophe. The film opens in 1957, showing a priest arriving at a church carrying a newborn baby whose body bears a strange symbol, unlike any normal infant. It is revealed that the priest intends to kill the unfortunate baby, believing the child must be destroyed because his existence could bring catastrophe in the future. To save the world from misfortune, the priest feels forced to take the baby's life. However, just as he is about to kill the child, police suddenly arrive and shoot the priest dead. The officers rescue the baby and take him to a safe place. 30 years pass, and we now see a man named Marek arriving at a sanatorium. Marek is a priest assigned to help the sanatorium with exorcisms. The place is specifically dedicated to performing rituals to expel demons, and anyone showing signs of possession is advised to come here. Marek's arrival is warmly welcomed by the head of the sanatorium, Andre, who is grateful because it is difficult to find people willing to carry out exorcisms. Andre lives there with a group of brothers who have devoted themselves to the institution. Before taking Marek to his room, Andre checks his belongings, as no sharp or dangerous items are allowed inside.
Standardowych odwiedzających? Raz w to, żeby nikt z zewnątrz nie wniósł.
After inspecting Marek's bag, Andre gives him the robe he must wear during his stay and then escorts him to his room. Once there, Marek changes into the robe, revealing a symbol on his chest that resembles the one seen on the baby at the beginning of the film, strongly suggesting that Marek is that very child, now grown. When he opens his bag, it turns out Marek has smuggled in forbidden items such as a gun, a camera, and a newspaper clipping reporting missing women in the area. Later, Marek has dinner with the priests and brothers. At exactly 6 in the morning, he joins an exorcism performed on a woman, led directly by Andre. Every ritual is recorded for documentation. They begin the exorcism immediately, and the tension rises as the demon's presence becomes overwhelming. The cross Andre holds even catches fire due to the demon's strength. Yet no matter how powerful the demon is, it cannot overcome the power of God. The exorcism is completed successfully, despite some difficulties. Witnessing the ritual firsthand leaves Marek shaken. He never imagined a demon could act with such force. He returns to his room to wash his face, but instead, he begins experiencing unsettling supernatural disturbances. After that, Marek secretly tries to enter Andre's room, but his action is noticed by one of the brothers. The brother warns Marek not to enter Andre's room without permission. Marek quickly leaves and heads to the dining hall because it is time to eat. The food in the sanatorium is terrible, and its appearance is far from appetizing. During his stay, Marek is forced to eat it so he doesn't starve, although he often ends up vomiting because the food is barely edible. While he is in the bathroom, one of his teeth suddenly falls out on its own. From inside the tooth, a fly crawls out, leaving Marek completely confused. That night, after everyone has fallen asleep, Marek sneaks into Andre's room again, searching for something. After wandering around for a while, he discovers a hidden door. He opens it and finds a secret room filled with recordings of exorcism rituals and various exorcism tools. Marek then goes to the place where the exorcisms are performed. There he finds many suspicious things: a strange syringe, a button on the cross that can emit fire, and an uneven foundation under the bed used during the rituals. Marek begins to doubt the authenticity of the exorcisms. He suspects that Andre and the others have been deceiving people and staging everything. Marek is convinced the rituals are fake, but he still doesn't understand Andre's motive. The next morning, after the morning service, Marek starts feeling even more uncomfortable there. While eating, he unknowingly chews on a strand of hair. Seeing the hair immediately kills his appetite. Wanting to leave as soon as possible, Marek tries to exit the sanatorium, but all escape routes have mysteriously been closed off. He then accidentally sees several brothers burying a coffin belonging to someone who died during a failed exorcism. Still refusing to give up, Marek attempts another escape that night. Unexpectedly, he encounters the sanatorium's deputy, Piotrek. Piotrek tells Marek to follow him into the confession room inside the church, a soundproof room where their conversation cannot be overheard. There, Piotrek tells Marek that his behavior has been suspicious, as if he is trying to escape. Piotrek warns him that no one is allowed to leave the sanatorium. If Andre finds out someone is trying to escape, he won't hesitate to torture them. After hearing this, Marek confesses his true identity. He is not a priest. He is actually a police officer assigned to investigate the disappearance of several women in the area. Marek infiltrated the sanatorium to solve the case, which is why he brought a gun and a paper containing the face of one of the missing women. After spending time inside the place, Marek noticed that the exorcisms were highly suspicious. He believes there is a dark mystery hidden within the sanatorium. Piotrek confirms this, explaining that Andre fakes the exorcisms so the sanatorium will continue receiving funding from the central church. By doing this, Andre and the brothers no longer have to fear poverty. Marek continues his investigation. During his search, he finds an amulet containing a human eye. Suddenly, Marek begins vomiting thick black fluid filled with maggots, worms, and flies. He also sees a terrifying apparition, leaving him deeply shaken. Marek waits again until nightfall when everyone is asleep and heads to the sanatorium's yard to dig up one of the graves. When he checks it, the coffin inside turns out to be empty. If the coffins are empty, then where are the bodies of those who supposedly died from failed exorcisms? Suddenly, Marek is knocked unconscious by one of the brothers. Many of the brothers have been watching his suspicious behavior. They take him to his room and tie him to his bed to prevent him from escaping. Soon after, Andre comes to see Marek and expresses his disappointment that Marek tried to escape. Andre then forces Marek to eat the disgusting food. Marek can't fight back because he is tied down, and if he refuses, he will be beaten. Time passes until night falls. When the brother guarding him falls asleep, Marek uses the opportunity to free himself and escape. The brother wakes up from the noise, but Marek still manages to get away, even though he is forced to kill the brother in the process. Marek leaves the room with his gun. Before fleeing the sanatorium, he becomes curious about the food Andre has been feeding him. Driven by that curiosity, he goes to the kitchen to see the ingredients. Marek is horrified when he discovers a refrigerator filled with the hanging bodies of women, treated like slaughtered animals. These women are the ones who had gone missing in the area. It turns out that everyone in the sanatorium, including Marek himself, has been eating their flesh. Suddenly, Marek encounters Piotrek, who has followed him to the kitchen. Piotrek is shocked to see the corpses and realizes their meat has been used as food. At this point, Marek wants to get out immediately, but Piotrek stops him. Piotrek says there is something else he needs to tell Marek about his past. They go to the library where Piotrek shows Marek a 1,000-year-old satanic ritual book. It describes a ritual to resurrect a demon that will rise in the body of a baby marked with a satanic symbol on his chest. That baby is revealed to be Marek. Piotrek believes Andrei and the brothers at the sanatorium are demon worshippers who plan to resurrect the demon capable of reshaping the world and bringing calamity to humanity. Knowing Marek is the chosen infant, Andrei purposely lured him into the sanatorium. Only through Marek's body can the demon be awakened. This is why the priest at the beginning of the film tried to kill baby Marek, because Marek's body was destined to be the vessel of the demon. Feeling pity for Marek, Piotrek pretends he wants to help and guides him through a secret escape passage. However, midway through, Marek is suddenly captured by the satanic followers. Piotrek is revealed to be one of them. He gained Marek's trust only to make capturing him easier. After rendering Marek unconscious, they take him to the ritual chamber. There, Andrei, Piotrek, and the other cult members, all dressed in red robes, eagerly await the arrival of the demon they worship. Before beginning the ritual, Andrei reveals that he has been watching Marek ever since he was a child. When the time was right, Andrei lured him to the sanatorium, and his plan worked. Now, Andrei intends to turn Marek's body into the vessel of the demon. The ritual requires the blood of a woman. They slit a woman's throat and drink her blood together, then force Marek to drink it as well. They proceed to summon the demon and wait for it to take control of Marek's body. However, after a long time, nothing happens. The demon never arrives. Seeing the failed ritual, Marek starts laughing. Andrei and the cult members grow confused, wondering why the demon hasn't appeared. They begin questioning the sequence of the ritual and whether they missed any steps. Piotrek insists that they followed every instruction correctly and that nothing was overlooked. Andrei and Piotrek discuss the situation, trying to figure out what went wrong and why the ritual failed. Since they cannot find any mistake, Piotrek announces to the cult that the ritual cannot be completed today because he and Andrei still don't know the cause of the failure. Before ending the gathering, Piotrek kills Marek to prevent the police from ever finding him. Marek's body is then thrown into a well. After the failed ritual, Andrei becomes deeply disappointed and heartbroken. He had hoped the demon would rise and make him one of its chosen followers, but now it all seems impossible. To comfort himself, Andrei starts drinking and dancing alone. He becomes so drunk that Piotrek has to help him and guide him to the sofa to rest. When Andrei falls into a deep sleep, Piotrek suddenly smothers him with a pillow until he stops breathing. Piotrek kills him because he wants to take over as the new leader of the sanatorium. The next morning, with Andrei dead, Piotrek officially assumes the position of leader. During a memorial service held in Andrei's honor, Piotrek suddenly becomes unable to move. His body slowly rises into the air and decays in an instant. From behind the altar emerges the demon they had all been waiting to resurrect. Astonishingly, Marek, who was supposed to be dead, comes back to life. His body has been completely taken over by the demon, which has now entered the world. The demon immediately suspends the cult members in the air, arranging their bodies into inverted crosses. Its awakening alters the balance of the world. The living begin to die, and the dead rise again. This is shown by the deaths of the cult members and the sudden blooming of dead plants. The final scene shows the sky tearing open from the demon's immense power. It becomes clear that the demon will unleash catastrophe upon all humanity, and the story ends.